Meh. I'm so tired and lazy. Dude, I have a terrible headache. It's like right up in here. It's driving me insane. Turning my head hurts, dude. It sucks. Oh, that hurt too. Hey, Baba. Besides my whining, what's new? Whiny, whiny, whiny. Um, use your words, Cam. Wow. Um, I was playing Minecraft earlier because I don't play a lot of Minecraft, but a recent-ish update allowed the usage of minecarts and stuff. So I built this huge, like, worldwide track for the minecart. It's pretty awesome. You know, I'd show you if I had a screen recorder. Ah, funny. Dude, my head hurts so bad. Ooh. Oh, that's cold, and I like it. Oh. Ow. I thought of a solution, like late last night or early this morning, something, you know, at some point. There's a remote control out here. That's weird. Not a remote control, like a arse. Never mind. The other day I was talking about my comic that I've been writing, drawing, making, creating. I wanted to call it Nye, but I couldn't because that name was already associated with the book. But it doesn't have to be, because I realized that any project that I do, I want there to be like 6 basic characters like involved in it. I want the hero, the ruler, they could be one person, 2 people who are in love, an outcast who is accepted, a mentor, and a smart aleck. Kind of. I don't know. I haven't gotten this thought down on paper yet, but it's gonna be awesome. Because that's kind of sort of the roster for my main characters in my book. Because there are 6, really 7, 8. There are like 12 main characters. But I'm kind of narrowing it down to the 6, which is like what their alliance is called. And then their mentor, Eagle, who is awesome. Anyway, in some of the stuff that I do, mostly all of it, hey buddy, even things that are just like one-offs, like one novel, one book, one movie, whatever, always gonna have this, 6-character thing, and that's because I want all of these characters to essentially, at their core, be the same character, but like a different timeline, version, iteration of them, really. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like most things. I thought of it very early this morning / late last night, because I don't sleep ever. And I'm like, it's a good idea. So, it's a thing. That's exciting. Actually, I really like that idea. But I don't think I would outright state it, ever. I would, however, have like a, maybe I'd like leak a fan theory about it, you know? Leak, not, I don't know what I just said. Leak a fan theory. A fan fury. Yeah, buddy. About that, because I think, you know, that'd be cool. Also, kind of give me an excuse to have a bunch of my characters meet at once. Because they're all the same character, kind of. Kind of not, though. and it's making a whole lot more sense because I realized that I use these themes a lot of that kind of thing. So like Nye would be like in our world what Nye was in Kingdom Come, which is it was a big deal, but it wasn't like the main big deal, kind of, I guess you could say. And there are a lot of littler big deals in our world, as well as in Kingdom Come. It's a lot I don't understand. It's hard to grasp things when I'm explaining them because it's in my head. My head hurts right now. Anyway, Kingdom Come, there, it would essentially be Kingdom City, which there is a place actually in my state called Kingdom City, which is kind of cool. But it would probably end up being like a fictional version of that, where these 7 characters basically actually live and exist, as per their counterparts in Kingdom Come. Are you following this at all? It's gibberish to a lot of people, I understand. Ow! But I noticed that, like in Nye, my comic, not called Ver officially, it's Nye. Ow! In Nye, everything starts off with basically an explosion, and that's what happened in the Kingdom Come version of the city. It catches on fire, and that's a really big deal for everyone. And it's a big deal in the first one. It becomes an even bigger deal in the second one, and it just kind of becomes a symbol for everyone. As the series goes on, again, it's not supposed to make sense to you because you haven't read anything that I've written, except, you haven't. Anyway, the crap was that? So, freaking use your words. You're the IDOT, man. I know. Uncomfortable. Alright, so okay, the whole thing relating to fire as the beginning of the story, it's kind of the end of the story for Nye, in the book, like, as for the city's real story, but it affects the main hero's story, whereas in the comic book, it's the beginning, which is an interesting parallelism thing, weird, I don't know. Then the characters are in very similar places. Prince Swipes from the comic, I've explained it to you several times. He is like the president's son, and the president has gone missing / died. In the freaking, I don't know, he's just gone. And that was kind of the start of the whole thing. And so he's kind of gone, but the prince guy is kind of taken over, and ouch, stupid. He's a ruler, but he's striving for something, much like, Cool, Cuel, in my novel, who is a hero at the beginning, and then as he goes on, he kind of realizes his destiny, and becomes the king at the end. So, like, those two. The two people who are in love, that was the ruler. People in love. In the novel, Will and Rose. Will has power over, like, water and stuff, and Rose can make, like, spikes pop out. Rose, like every rose has its thorns. Anyway, Czech in my comic. Czech is a character who... ... I lost it. I'm kidding. He has a wife. I'll just call Miss Czech because Mrs. Czech, because I can't think of another name for her. I mean, why? She's not gonna be in there that long, I'm sad to say. Anyway, she's a big motivator. And they're in love, and they're married, much like Will and Rose want to be, secretly. So you have, like, a much louder profession of love, And then at the same time, in this parallel universe thing, you have a like a hidden love that they both feel, and they want to expel to one another, but they can't. In the second book, I don't want to reveal too much, just in case you actually care. One of the two lovers from Kingdom Come, one of them dies. And then in Nye, a little bit down the road, one of those two die. And in Kingdom Come and Nye, opposite sex. So then, okay, so that's awesome. Not really, it's not awesome that they die, I'm sorry. It's, that connection is cool. That I'm making all these connections that I made inadvertently in my mind. Smart Alec, Drake. Drake in the, novel Kingdom Come is like a weapon specialist shapeshifter dude. He's awesome, he's funny, he's a complete idiot. His parallel is Limbs, who is like a teenager who really doesn't know what he's doing, very unprofessional, but he's a smart aleck, and he just does whatever. And Drake is very much, he's skilled. He actually knows what he's doing. He's just an idiot. Their parents, I just wrote a piece in the novel about Drake's parents. His mother was like a fun-loving shapeshifter like him. His father is like a crippled mob boss. When I first thought up Limbs, I wanted his father to be a mob boss, and that to be kind of the main antagonist behind Limbs is that his father is a criminal. This is insane, guys. I really had none of this planned out. I knew it was something I wanted to make connections between. None of it made any sense until I started recording, and now it's all coming clear. What else do we have? The Outcast. Jack in my novel, and the Czech's mystery guest, you can say. He lives on their couch, and you don't know who he is. He's very important once you find out who he is. It's crazy important, but you don't know right then. Jack in my novel, but he was accepted by Czech and Mrs. Czech, whatever, a name, screw it. Jack in the novel cannot speak. He has these weird. He's kind of a strange character. He's got like a mysterious past and stuff, but you don't know that he even has a past because he never speaks. He's just kind of there. Anyway, so he's very much an outcast, but he's taken in by Will, the other lover. The mentor. In the novel, it's Eagle. In Nye, it'll probably end up being Candle, because Candle is a priest. So he's kind of a mentor. Eagle is actually also a preacher, and he used to be a missionary when he lived on Earth. Crazy coincidences everywhere, you guys. This is insane. I'm flipping out right now. Okay, so that's awesome. So now all these mythologies that I have going up in my head, I'm going to try to alter all of them slightly characteristically to get all of them to follow this same vibe. It's interesting. I practically just came up with a fan theory about my own stuff. Anyway, good night, sleep tight, on the Fridge Monsters Bite. We've already talked for a long time. I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Yeah. Bye. My headache's a lot worse now.